Good evening, guys. Warm welcome to the program. Today, we are going to briefly see one of the most important questions asked in interview in supply chain interview. So let me share the screen. This is live telecast both in LinkedIn as well as YouTube. You can watch all the previous session in YouTube. So let me attach the screen. So this is number 101 supply chain interview question and answer. The most popular question is how to measure inventory. I have seen many organization and the executive, they simply say in terms of dollar, $1 million or thousands of crore. That has no relevance in inventory measurement, because if you save a $10 million, you have to compare with respect to revenue. Sales may be 100 million or 1 billion, so it has to give reference to the sales revenue. That's where most of the time we use in terms of turns, inventory turns happen. So in future, straight away don't answer that your company has 50 crores or $50 million. No, you have to talk professionally. That's where inventory turns comes into picture. In what is inventory turns? Maybe if your sales is 10 million and you have a average inventory of 2 million, then 10 divided by 2 is 5. You can say inventory turn is 5. So inventory turn is nothing but annual sales divided by average inventory. Okay, in a simplest form, you can even use the sales instead of one more term, COGS. COGS means cost of goods sold, but to be very generic, you can say turns as sales divided by average inventory. For example, you have a old 3 months of inventory. It means you can rotate the inventory 4 times in a year, which means inventory turns is 4. Okay, but more precisely, we may have to use a thing called COGS, cost of goods sold, instead of sales, which is a combination of direct material, direct labor, and the overhead. Maybe as a supply chain guy, you may not have such figure with you, but finance people will be always in a position to help. So if you have a figure on COGS for a particular product, then you can calculate the inventory turnover like COGS divided by average inventory. Okay, the other way is you can always say simple in the form of a number of weeks of inventory or number of months of inventory. Both are convertible. Okay, you can say I have 12 weeks of inventory or 3 months of inventory. 3 months of inventory, nothing but 4 tons in a year. Okay, so this is a professional way of telling. But how much is the better? The more the inventory turn, it is always better. So if someone asks which is the best inventory turn for a given industry, then you may have to compare with your nearest competitor. Competitor, if his inventory turn is 10 and you are handling at 5, then 10 is always better, and you have to try to see how to improve to 10. And that is the nearest way of comparing with a competitor. Otherwise, you can go for your kind of a domain. For example, if you are in auto domain, you can always compare to the global benchmark. For example, in automobile, we compare always with Toyota. Toyota has a inventory turns of 40 and more. Okay, and that is a very good inventory turns. And if we are at 10 or 12, then we have to see how we can improve to that global benchmarking. Thanks for watching. Bye.